25 years, or 50. Say it with a bling. Big love, big bling. We got you. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
It is time for a new show to debut here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are excited about it as it is going to be daily here at this time. 1 hour show, The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. So I'll toss it over to Chancellor and Mikey. This is the inaugural show. So just have you guys kind of introduce yourselves to those that don't know and let us know what the show is going to be all about.
Yeah, man. Welcome to The Locker Room. You know, I'm excited for the opportunity. Like you said, my name is Mikey Daniel. Former Carolina Panther, former Atlanta Falcon, and a South Dakota State Jackrabbit, but it's Go Big Red in this moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Yeah, like Mikey said, it's a new show, The Locker Room. I'm Chancellor Brewington, played here, former tight end, got a show, What's Brewing, 8 to 9 p.m. weeknights. Also do a YouTube on the side, so if, see my face there, that's where I'm from. But yeah. No, we're excited to bring a new perspective to this thing, man. Being former players, knowing the ins and outs of what happens and what goes on week to week, day to day inside the program. So yeah, we're excited, man. We're excited.
Yeah, let's do this thing. Day one. Looking forward to an excited season. And with that, Chance, let's recap. Woo! Come on. Let's hit it.
Where do we want to start, man? Where do we want to start? I guess we can start playing in front of 90,000 home game. What a home game is like. Because usually you go on road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being in front of 90,000, your family come. You got your girl, all these different things come into the game. That is different than going on the road and playing. There's a little, not added stress, but there's an added component to playing, home first game, especially, not being a Big Ten opponent because last year you start off Minnesota, year before that you start off Illinois. Or no, you start off Northwestern. Year before that, you start off Illinois. So, not playing a Big Ten team as a component to that too.
Yeah, it's nothing better than playing at home. When you running out and they're not booing, it's something different. When they're cheering and the crowd erupts, it's nothing like it. And you hit it on the head. Last year we started 2 on the road. We went to Minnesota, went to Colorado. And then finally got to come home, and we'll hit on that later on because you know what this week is about. But yeah, playing at home and like I said, being a Jackrabbit, we always got paid to go play bigger schools. So I started at Minnesota 1 year, went to TCU 1 year, Iowa State. We usually started on the road, and that just was what it was. So
yeah, I know them games because I played at Northern Arizona.
Yeah.
To start off,
the
FCS, you go and play ASU or U of A every year.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so obviously the eyes were on Dylan,
Mm-hmm.
And that's respectable, you know what I'm saying? And I agree with, all the hype and we got to see a unique side, a game side. And what did you think? Just pregame and then postgame, what did you think?
Mm-hmm. If we're talking about 1-5 specifically,
right?
I was on one-on-one with DP a couple weeks ago, and he said, "What do you think?" I said, "Is he as good as what people think?" And I said, "I think he's better. I think he's better."
Right.
Being on the staff last year in player development and working for Coach Rule and having the opportunity to, help recruit this kid, I knew that walking in, he was different. He's different. And I think he showed us that.
Mhm.
Poise, like, you don't look at that kid and think he's 18.
Right.
You know what I mean? He came out and he was about his business. He was about his business. And I knew it was going to be about his business because about a week before fall camp started, I hit him up in Emmett and I was like, yo, you want to get around the golf? And he was like, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. But I'm done with all that until after the season's over.
Is 18.
18. Hadn't played it down yet.
Yeah.
So he came, he was about his business and he showed face on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's credited to the people who brought him up too, because you don't become that type of person by yourself. So shout out to the family and all the people who poured into his life. And obviously the coaching staff are getting him ready, because the one thing I wanted to see and I was expecting to see was an efficient game. And efficiency, I mainly obviously I knew big plays was gonna happen. That's cool. But I wanted to see progression wise. I wanted to see how efficient he was with getting people lined up. There was a point where there was a receiver that was on the ball and he wasn't supposed to be, and he saw it right away, got him off the ball and got the play off. I wanted to see things like that. We saw him do a bunch of checks. People were talking about it, but there was one check in particular that I was talking to you off air about, and it got me super excited. First drive of the game, people was with me watching. They was like, "Why are you so excited?" I'm like, "Y'all don't understand what just happened, right?"
Yeah.
First drive of the game, I'm pretty sure it was like first down or second down. They're probably around the 25, 28 yard line. Whatever play was on, probably some inside zone. He checks it, moves the back over for protection, and checks a go out to, I believe, Banks to the field. So he's on right hash, throws it to the field, ends up being PI. That's how they get down there. But just the guts to do that and the
Right.
confidence in his arm, right? Because a lot of times, and I'll say this as well, in the past probably 4 or 5 years, a quarterback at Nebraska has not had the freedom to check, the ability to check,
Right.
and the coach's trust to check.
Right.
Whatever throw they want at whatever time.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I said, "Oh no, y'all don't understand what just happened."
Right then we knew what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the poise and just the understanding, the mindset to have the confidence. Like you said, 80 or 90,000 people and you playing the first time and you're gonna do that. Like there's a lot that goes into it. That didn't just happen on Saturday.
Yeah, that's
He's
a good
seen that
point.
moment,
Yeah.
for his entire life. And obviously his dad is who his dad is. Much respect to him and his uncle. Love Donnie, has a good thing going with that O-line room.
We'll
they're
talk
gonna
about that.
protect. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do everything he can to make sure his boy is protected. But they've taught him that. They told him they showed him what it was like to be a pro. And so he plays like that. Yeah, he's in college, but if the goal is to be a pro, the goal is to win championships, you got to play the part. And by doing that, he showed us that he was really about this.
Yeah, for sure. And it goes back to, like you said, it didn't just start this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like there was, I was working out, February through January through February in the facility, and every day after lift, there was someone rolling out. You know what I'm saying? There was someone doing his armbands. There was someone stretching out. There was someone, you know what I'm saying? It's consistent, and that starts with, obviously, like I said, at home. Obviously shifting to the running back room, being that's the position you play, and you're tight with those guys. What did you see out of that group? Because we got 4 different guys in rotation right now. It's going to be interesting to see moving forward. But what do you think?
I was pleased, man. There's a couple things that obviously we can't have the ball on the carpet.
Exactly.
We know that. He knows what that is. Dante, I mean, he knows. Mistakes happen though. He's playing for the first time legitimately. He didn't. I mean, he was in Oregon, but you know what I mean. So to have significant reps and understanding, he's under pressure too. So I get it. It happens. We're all human. That's gonna happen. Can't have it again. As far as Emmett, he looked really good. I think he picked off where he left off last season. I think he probably excelled. He did more than maybe people thought he would. I'm big on Emmett. I think his consistency, his body of work is the same. He doesn't change day in and day out. He's about his work. Yeah. Ramirez, dollars, that's what he does. You're always going to get splashes out of him. A true guy that you want in that room. And then there's Gabe, right? Big fella. He only had 6 carries, but he had 2 touchdowns. So if I'm picking the fantasy lineup, I want him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everyone has a role, and they found a way. Game 1, I understand it's game 1, but they found a way to make it work. So look, moving forward, I'm excited to see what Coach EJ does with that room. I would like to be in a position, Coach, where I can have 4 guys that are legit starters. So he's in a good position. Now it's just managing those guys.
Yeah. So I'm looking right now. Gabe with 6 carries, like you said. Dante with 8. Ramir with 11, and then you have Emmett with 8. My question is, and you don't got to get too specific, but when we get when we get into Illinois, and we get into Big Ten play, do you see it's realistic to have this many carries and this many guys?
No, I don't think so.
I'm there with you.
I don't. I think somebody
is going to rise to the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's time for it. Right. We didn't see it last year. But I think that has to be the case this year. I think if you look at the best teams, they're not playing 4 running backs. And that's not because they don't have 4 running backs that can play. But at the end of the day, they have 2 guys that say, I'm him. I'm taking over this show, and we're going to ride on my shoulders.
No, for real.
So who is that moving forward? I don't know. They got to show us, right? They got to show us.
Facts. And one thing I said during camp, kind of on the same wavelength, but I was talking about the receivers, and I wasn't sure. I didn't play with Banks in there. I didn't play with Lloyd. All these young guys. The only one I know is Bonner. And so I was like, I don't really know who's going to be the guy, because there's always going to be a guy in the receiver room, just like the running back room. Right. And I was waiting to see, who emerges. And you look at this receiver room, and Nair kind of had that day, right? Banks still had a lot of big plays, but Nair was the one who stole the show. So moving forward, this receiver room, what are your first thoughts when you saw, them put out a really productive day from the whole? You know what I'm saying? You had a young guy in Carter Nelson come in late. You had Bonner get good reps. What do you think?
I loved it. It gave me goosebumps, because being on the sideline last year, that was an element that we were missing.
Right.
And it wasn't always on the receivers last year. I mean, we don't need to rehash that.
Right.
That is what it is. But to see the missing pieces coming together to form this puzzle, it's inspiring. Naylor did steal the show, but Big Lloyd, that's what they call him. That's what he calls himself. Self-proclaimed, he's probably the smallest receiver on the team. But
he call him Big Lloyd.
Big Lloyd.
Big Lloyd.
That's what he said he is. He said, "Hey, I'm Big Lloyd."
Big Lloyd.
Do your homework on Big Lloyd. That's what he always says.
Do your homework.
Better do your homework on Big Lloyd.
Do your homework.
And because he is that guy too, he's dynamic. We didn't see a whole lot of him. Yeah. We would like he'll show face.
Who's a young pup? 17. Jakari.
Oh yeah, Ja'Cory Bonner.
Yeah, I see having him and Lloyd with these jet sweeps and these different fly motions and putting him, tunnel screens, all this different stuff. That's a whole new component to that. I don't think starting off with the jet pass, getting Dylan some stats up, I get it.
Yep.
But the component to adding speed on the outside that can stress these contained players, I was like, ooh boy.
Yeah. Well, if you look at our team last year, how much do we really have outside of the box? Like offensively, what did we have outside of the box? It wasn't anything. We didn't really have it. We would hit Big Lloyd here and there over the top, and Malachi brought one down.
Right.
And that's another cat. We didn't see Malachi yet.
That's right.
He's been dealing with a little bit of injury, whatever that may look like. But that room is deep.
And we didn't even see IGC either.
Didn't see IGC other than the punt return.
And my take on that was, and everyone's on the YouTube was talking about like, why didn't we see IGC? Well, first of all, he come off ACL. You know what I'm saying? It was a little late in camp, getting cleared and stuff like that. So I like the thought process behind putting him at punt return, letting him get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Just coming off of ACL, get his confidence back up, because from a player standpoint, that just getting over the mental bug of I'm healthy and not thinking about the knee and all that stuff, and then being able to add into the receiver room, behind Bonner, mixing Nelson in there. And Nelson, I didn't know he was that agile for 6'5", 230.
And moving the wide receiver that knew something that the rest of the world didn't. But you hit on IGC. That's my guy, man. I got so much love and respect for him. We've had a lot of great conversations, and we didn't see him physically, but we saw him. And what I mean by that, the impact having that leader in a room. Ja'Cory was able to do what he was able to do. Nair was able to, you know what I mean? So we didn't see him, but we felt him, if that makes sense.
My gosh. Hold on.
What I mean?
Hold on. That's a word right there. That's a word right there.
You know, one thing and you can kind of hit on this too, how you feel about the tight end room and what?
Well, let's get into it.
You know,
We'll do it.
How you felt from Saturday?
So a couple things. So you got this rotation, true rotation between Fedoni and Bork, right? Borkature, right? I think they're similar in a lot of ways. I think they're more similar than people think. I think Bork can do a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to see him get involved more in the pass game.
Yeah.
I would like them to use Fedoni in the pass game, but it's first game, right? First game. So are they going to throw all their cards on the table moving forward?
Right.
First game, no, they're not going to do that. And plus, when we get into Big Ten play, we're not going to get this, soft covers that UTEP plays. We're going to get some man. We're going to get backers matched on to Fedoni. That's when we're going to see his true skill set. I think that's his skill set is route running. I think that's his skill set in the pass game. I think Bork is sneaky though.
Yeah.
Bork is sneaky.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand how sneaky athletic Bork is. I'm sure you've seen him make, one-handed catches off. And you're like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? But no, and then having Lindemeyer in there adds a piece. And the piece to the tight end room that I think we might see, and this might be a hot take, whatever. I want to see Bonner in there. And we talked about this in some like 10 personnel situations, 10 personnel just meaning one running back, no tight ends. But having Bonner, I saw him seal the edge on a rollout. And I look back on all the slot receivers we had in the years past. We had last year Lloyd, right?
Yep.
Big Lloyd. Last year, year before that, we had Trey Palmer with the Bucks. Samari Toure, I think he's with the Bears right now.
Yep.
Wandale with the Giants. But those guys was not sealing no edges, right? And especially when we get into the Big Ten play, they not sealing no edges for no rollout.
Right.
So what that creates is a personnel issue for the defense. You put Bonner out there, put him out in the slot, put him out wide or whatever. Then you put him in, you attach him in, and now the defense is like, hold on, is he a receiver? Is he a tight end? Put him is he a fullback?
Right. What is he?
But like you said earlier, he a 4-star wide receiver. That's his main skill set. But he's just a dog mentally that he's able to do the other stuff. So I think that's a big piece, moving forward for this offense.
Yeah, I think you hit that right on the head. Bonner's an absolute team guy.
Yeah.
He's a Swiss Army knife. The fact that he'll put his hand in the dirt and play fullback after coming in as a wide receiver. Like when you see a transition in a position, you don't see wide receiver to fullback. You see running back to fullback, linebacker to fullback, but wide receiver moving down, like that might be the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah. Well, second time because I did it first.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. So you showed him how to do it.
I mean, I ain't gonna say all that, but that's why I love it. I'm so passionate about it because just being able to, and especially getting in the Big Ten play, it just hit different.
Yeah.
When you're playing against Iowa and Wisconsin, and you got to go kick out these 275-pound DNs and stuff like that. But I know Bonner's like, finally I get to be out in the slot and not do this dirty work. But no, I think he's going to add a really big piece. And like I said, with the speed guys and Ja'Cory, is it? Ja'Cory.
Yep.
Ja'Cory and Big Lloyd adding those speed guys and Banks. Banks, he's a lot longer than I thought. I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah.
Like physically, I can't remember the last time we had these type of big receivers. I believe they said they're both over 220.
Yeah, they're big kids.
Come on now.
And like 6'4", Jamal, like they were like 6'4". They're big cats.
And it's aggressive. They look aggressive in the running game, meaning blocking wise. They look aggressive. They look like they're not turning anything down. And especially when you get into, I'm gonna keep saying that Big Ten play, a bunch of quarters teams. You know what I'm saying? So digging out them safety is gonna be a must for sure.
One guy, and I want you to hit on this too. If there's a guy that really kind of stuck out to you, for me, I'm an offensive guy. Being really close to the running backs and playing the running back and fullback position. I love the offense, but my guy Malcolm Hartzog, man, got himself a pick.
MC.
Seal. We made a joke last year. It was a joke, but I was serious in the same sense. Every game I text him or I say, hey, I need one today. And he knew what it was. Kind of same with the polar bear. He came off the field after the Illinois game, and we shut their run game down. He goes, that was fun. That was Nash. So I texted him that morning. I said, let's make today fun. That was just kind of our thing. With MC, it's I need one. And so I texted him that morning. I said, I need one, period. And he never got one last year. He didn't get one. And so I texted him. I said, send. He didn't. He said, I got you for show.
Oh, yeah.
After the game, he exclaimed it. Said, I told you.
He's an interesting piece of the defense.
Yeah.
He's an interesting piece. I remember when he came in, we had trying to figure out who the second corner was going to be. We had Q, and then Tommy had switched to receiver. So we was trying to figure out who was going to be. And, young dude, freshman, and came in poised. Like you was talking about with Dylan, like MC got that same type of composure to him, especially as a freshman. So I remember he came in, I believe it was Indiana game, and got a pick, and I think blocked a punt, scored a touchdown. But he's that type of guy where you can just depend on him. And I know he's playing this kind of new position, and a lot of people say like, he's still playing corner. The technique that he's using right now is completely different than playing outside. Completely different. You see obviously he whatever the slot fade, whatever, he comes back and sits on a little curve route and gets the pick. But that position he's playing is probably one of the hardest positions on that defense. You know what I'm saying? Being off and being soft, and looking at the way Colorado plays, he gonna have his hands full.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I know he ain't turning nothing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that position right there, he's really, in the pass game, he's really the nucleus for real, because if he locks whoever their number 2 is in Big Ten, it's gonna be a bunch of explosive slots. If he locked that down, this defense gonna be amazing.
Right.
For sure.
And that showed me his maturation from, the fact that he did get beat, whatever, he gave up a touchdown. That's part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
He snapped back. And when he snapped back, he had a pick. So a lot of guys can't come back, right? They'll be in the head the rest of the game. He said, no, I want the work. Like, I understand they get paid too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They get paid too. And so at the end of the day, I got to make my mark. And he did that.
No, for sure.
All right, this is the Locker Room here on 93.7 The Ticket. Debut opening. Great first segment. We'll jump right back into it. Don't go anywhere here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk about trading up. Not what you're thinking. You could never trade her in, but you can trade up her stone if you like. Signify the growth of your love, the challenges you have overcome, or any part of your love journey by trading up her diamond. Whether it's been 5 years, 25 years, or 50, say it with a bling. Big love, big bling. We got you. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine, and check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place for English Premier League soccer. On Saturday, Arsenal tied Brighton 1 apiece, followed by Leicester City falling to Aston Villa 2-1. On the final game of Saturday action, Man City defeated West Ham 3-1. On Sunday, Chelsea tied Crystal Palace 1-1, and then Liverpool cruised by Man United 3-0. The top two teams in the EPL standings are Manchester City and Liverpool, both at 3-0. You can catch all these matches and more to McKinney's Irish Pub, your headquarters in Lincoln for English Premier League soccer at 8th and P.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
We are back here on the Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket, the debut show with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Excellent first segment. It is called the Locker Room afterwards because these guys have been there in the last couple of years. And so let's get more insight with you guys here as we move on forward with the debut show.
Yeah. Chancellor, I really want you to hit on this being a former player. I didn't play at Nebraska. I was on the coaching staff here. But let's transition into the, there's a team coming from the West.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to call them. I'm just going to say they're the team coming from the West.
The Puffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as we transition out of UTEP, people started drinking the Kool-Aid. They started seeing, okay, there might be something, right? Now as we transition in this week, as a player, where's your mindset at? It's Monday. Where are you at?
So I'll start with Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So Saturday, we get a win. We get a big win. This is a big win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big win. Saturday, game ends. I'll go through the whole day. Game ends around 7. Go do what you want to do, night, whatever. Go eat with your family, all the whatever. Sunday, come in, get a lift. Get your body right. Go over the film. By the time we go over the film, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rule. When I had the opportunity to get coached by Sean Beckton, probably the best coach I've ever had.
Yeah.
Tight end coach out of UCF. Just phenomenal. One thing he always said was, right after we watch the film, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. It's over. Get your grade for the game.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a cut up of what you need to get better on. Give me your notes on your progression for next week.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's really nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Really
good or bad, right?
Yeah, good or bad. Especially like we talked about, NC getting beat. Like that's over with, and the pick is over with too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the good and the bad. But now by Monday, Sunday night. I'm already watched at least one game.
Mm-hmm.
At least one game. Monday, I'm coming into the scouting report meeting with a fresh mind and already having some type of basis on what Colorado does.
Yeah.
I just want to see their shells as offense, but I just want to see their shells. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've always seen on film, they're a man team. They're one high team. Okay. Cool. We're not gonna get a bunch of too high, not gonna, get a bunch of rolling safeties. It's gonna be pretty much standard, right? Okay. I'm a tight end, what their backers look like size wise. Is it gonna be a physical game? Do I gotta put my hands more a little bit,
right.
Technique, whatever, right? And then we get out there, I don't know if they do do they do walkthroughs on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, walkthrough. Be intentional now that I have the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have the film. So now when we go through walkthrough, usually walk through like the errors of last week or some type of, mistakes, and then leading into next week, like kind of wrinkles and stuff like that. But that's where my headspace is. Like, I'm not even thinking about UTEP. The only thing I'm thinking about UTEP is things I messed up on, really.
Right.
I'm not even thinking about really the good things.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I am. I'm thinking about the good things as far as like, oh, I like that technique that I use. Like that really worked. Or, when we use this, they're playing too high. I can really take the middle on, just little things like that.
Right.
But that's where my head is. What about you?
Yeah. You're hitting it right on the head. And I think that, like I said, I give myself 24 hours, right? And I know they do the same. Moving forward into this week, I think that last year, we kind of made it about something that it wasn't. It was rule and prime. No, this is Nebraska versus the team out west. This isn't rule versus prime, right? And so they came in, and we came in with a little chip on our shoulder, and obviously that didn't end the way we wanted it to. We're at home now. We're at home. This is a whole new team. The outlook is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
They have us at -7.
Do they really? No way.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, is that right?
They got Nebraska at -7. How you feel about that?
-7.
-7.
Well, first of all, I don't understand it. I think I saw the North Dakota State team, right? And you can speak on this as well. You have a better perspective on this. I thought that was a decent team.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think they're going to do really well in the FCS. They're probably going to be a top 3 team. You know what I'm saying? As per usual, right? Every year. It's consistent there. I thought their quarterback played really good. I just thought Colorado is really shorthanded. I think they have 3 really good receivers. Really good receivers. Jimmy Horn, number 10. I forget his name. And then obviously you got Travis Hunter. They even have a big guy in number 14, Shepard. So they got in their back. I like their back too. Number 7, he run hard. So I like the offensive pieces. Defense wise, I mean, yeah, you got Travis Hunter, yeah, but that's one person, right?
Mhm.
And I'll get into what I would do if I was Nebraska's offense. Anyways, but no, I don't truly understand that. I think a lot of people are going to win money if you into that stuff.
Mhm.
Taking Nebraska because I'm really high in this game. I'm not even from like a fan perspective, just from like neutral side, no bias, seeing the teams for what they are. You know what I'm saying? High powered offense, high powered offense. I would say it's two high powered offenses, right? One with a lot of depth, one with a lot of bodies. One person, doesn't really have a good game. Well, there's like 7 other guys, right?
Mhm.
And with this offense, it's 4 guys, right?
Mhm.
And then obviously defense for defense. Nebraska, I would say, is the top, 15 defense, 10
Right.
defense in the
Right.
nation,
Yeah.
right? And Colorado is probably, 145, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And the fact that they only put up, 31 points against North Dakota State,
right.
like it wasn't like it was a high shootout 50-point
Mhm.
game. You know what I'm saying? But Shador gonna make the right plays.
Right.
He is.
Yeah.
That's just the type of guy he is.
Yeah.
And he's a really smart player.
Mhm.
I'll give him all the credit. All the credit. But yeah, what what do you think?
Man, I've been looking forward to this since last year when we were on the field and their fans stormed it. Nah, I'll rewind that. I take it back to the moment that Shador really had his fame moment. I mean, he's the son of Prime, so he's been famous, but he had Rick Ross tweeting when he put his wristwatch up
In front of
in Billy Kemp's face.
Kemp, yeah.
And so since that moment, and then they had rushed the field at the end of the game, I've been looking forward to this game.
And you were there for it.
I was there for it on the sideline as they rushed the field. I got making sure all the players get off safely. By the way, don't do that. If you go to the game this weekend, don't rush. Don't rush.
Please
the field,
don't.
man.
PSA.
Puts people in a ugly situation. It's scary, man. I won't lie. You got 90,000 people run down the field. It's not a good position to be in.
Not everyone got the best intentions either.
Right. And so I've been looking forward to it since then. I had dinner with the running backs on Thursday night and Coach EJ at Coach EJ's house. Naturally, we had the Colorado game on. And these running backs are like, oh, they're running a 3-3-5, or oh, they in an over G front.
Mhm.
And I'm like, man,
They're locked in.
come on.
Yeah.
Like they're not watching the game, they're feeling the game.
Mhm.
They are making their reads as the game goes on.
Mhm.
That's maturation. I haven't seen that before.
Mhm.
That's high level football. And that's a product of Coach EJ coming from the NFL,
Mhm.
being with the likes of he had Coach Saquon when he was younger. He coached McCaffrey, obviously, a couple years ago. So he understands that, and now that's been pressed onto them, and they're ready, man. You got the other Sanders kid. I'm not a fan of him. He doing weird stuff like the late hits and shoving people, trying to be
Right.
big body. Like,
Right.
come on, man.
Yeah.
And they weren't feeling that. When they watching that, they're like, okay, he's gonna have to feel us. You're gonna
Yeah.
try us. They were locked in,
Mhm.
and obviously we still had UTEP to get through.
Yeah, because they played Thursday, right?
That was a
Yeah,
Thursday
That's
night
right.
game.
That's right. So they're watching this throughout the
Yeah.
week. Okay, now I'm getting the perspective. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that was Thursday night, and obviously we still had UTEP, but the game was on, so you're still gonna make the most
Mhm.
of it, right? You're
Yeah.
still gonna get your
Got to.
views in, right? You have to, and so it's not a cockiness, it's a confident swagger,
Mm.
and it's like we've been here before. Our mindset is different. We got to keep the main thing the main thing. Like I
Right.
said, it's not prime rule, right? It's not, and it's not even Dylan Shador. It's Nebraska versus Colorado.
Yeah. And what's gonna happen, of course, is they're gonna make it that,
Mhm.
right? Because they got to sell this game. And this is really good for college football.
Great.
Great for college football. I think, the storyline of Dylan or Shador beating each other and Colorado staying the victor in the battle, the rivalry battle, or Dylan beating Shador, quote unquote, which I don't think it's like that. I think it's Nebraska versus Colorado. And the one thing I think is if Nebraska executes the way they did against UTEP, they'll win.
Mhm.
If
question.
if what's his face, Colorado executes the way they did against North Dakota State, they'll lose.
Right.
If you just look at execution, just from a pure numbers perspective, they're gonna win or lose based on their execution. So I think I don't think and we'll get into. Actually, we're not even gonna do it, bro. We're not even gonna do it right now. We're not even gonna do the predictions. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, not yet.
But it's pretty healthy. I got a pretty healthy spread right now.
Yeah,
pretty healthy.
I feel good about it.
Yeah,
yeah. We'll hit that later in the week.
Nah, for sure.
But I hear a whole lot of talk about Shedeur. I hear a whole lot of talk about Travis Hunter. Let's talk about Tommy Hill, Travis Hunter, because T. Hill, he played both sides of the ball too now. He may not have done it to the extent that Travis Hunter has done it, but he's done it in a D1 Power 5 program. Still crazy, right? T. Hill's a dog. Like, in here, he's not taking nothing. And so what do you think about that matchup coming forward?
It's interesting you say he played both ways. If he was given the same opportunity as Travis Hunter, you would be hearing about Tommy Hill, because he has, I'm not going to say he's the same player, because everyone is different in their own respect. But as far as skill set and just ability to do both sides, Tommy has that. I remember we put him in a 7-on-7 as receiver. That man hit his own defense, right? He was just at corner, his own defense for like 3 touchdowns back to back, right? So he has that skill set. Seeing and I want to get your take on this from an offensive guy. My take on how you go at Travis Hunter is so last game he ain't played with nothing, but he missed three reps the whole game, right? So I think it totaled out to be like 80. It was like almost 90 reps.
He took a lot of reps.
Yeah, so not a lot, 90, right? So I see this game as offense and defense. I would say defense probably this is gonna be like a 120 play game, right? What I'm doing if I'm Nebraska's offense, if he's ever in the boundary, I'm running to him on purpose.
Yeah,
run to him on purpose. If I'm running fly motions, whoever's if he's to the left, he's playing field, he's playing boundary. I'm making him run, because what Colorado do, they play a bunch of man, right? So if I'm a receiver and they run the outside zone over here, I got Travis Hunter on me. I'm telling my receivers, I'm a receiver coach. I'm telling the receivers, look, run off 100 yards, run off 100 yards, get him tired as possible. And on the defensive side, I mean, there's no. I'm not gonna say playing dirty. I'm not into that, right? I'm not into that. But there's a way to be physical within the boundaries of the game, right? And knowing that 12 gonna play all these reps, I'm doing the most within the confinements of the game. I'm doing the most.
But like you said, running at him, right? We talked earlier in the show about having big wide receivers. So every time we run the ball, that's an opportunity for him to get hit.
Oh, woo! And I'm running nub side stuff too
all day.
Woo!
Put them in the bind. 2 and 12 are gonna get theirs.
They're going to.
You're not gonna. It's like LeBron. You're not gonna stop him.
Right.
You'll slow him down. You can slow him down, but you're not gonna stop 2 and 12 completely.
Because he can catch a hitch. He can step a one-step sting and catch the ball and make something happen. So you can't just stop him.
I watched him do it last year. I watched him catch a ball across the middle, juke 2 guys out. They ran into each other in the middle of the field. He squared around. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's different. So you're not going to stop him, but slow him down.
This is The Locker Room here on 93.7 The Ticket here. Debut show with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey. Daniel, we got one more segment left. We'll finish it up. Great talk about Nebraska Buffs. We'll get more to it coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Have you been told by your physician that your testosterone level is fine, but you don't feel fine? Get a second opinion. If your testosterone level is 200, 350, even 500, and you still have symptoms, come to Limitless Male. We treat the person and the symptoms, not the number. Our mission is for you to feel optimal again. So if you're tired all the time, no energy, brain fog, muscle loss, nothing left in the tank, get your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer. Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 17th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
We are back here on 93.7 The Ticket with the debut show of The Locker Room. Chancellor Brewington Mikey Daniel getting it done here. One more segment before we take it home, guys. I'll send it to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So last night we saw USC LSU. Game 1 in the Big Ten. It wasn't the Big Ten game, I understand, but game 1,
right,
wearing the Big Ten logo for USC. What'd you think about that?
Man, we was doing like predictions on USC's schedule. They got a rough schedule.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like they're happy to get 7 wins.
Mhm.
In my opinion, I thought this was I thought LSU was going to run away with this one.
Me too.
I wasn't too high on USC, and the reason why I wasn't, because I went back and saw their defense last year. They ranked out like 125th, right? And especially in run D. And I'm looking at the way, they were against LSU. Like, they look good. They look really good. They look sound. It looked like they were flying around. And the way Miller Moss played, he went 36, 27, 378 yards, 125 QBR. Like, it gives me a different perspective on that team. And obviously, we talked off air about Zachariah Branch and how dynamic and explosive. That was a shell of what he's really going to be for them.
Yeah.
He's going to be that playmaker, especially in the punt return and kickoff game and all that good stuff. But no, I saw a different USC. It was a burst.
Mhm.
It was different. It was like a throwback game,
Right.
for real. But no, yeah, it was interesting. What about you?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I predicted that to be a cakewalk for LSU. Now, LSU has lost a record-setting, or they tied the record for 5 consecutive opening losses. So they don't start the season well, and they're gonna have to figure some things out down there. They don't have their Heisman quarterback, but that's what blew me away is Lincoln Riley loses a beast of a freak. Caleb Williams is Caleb. Whatever you want to say about him, whatever people say about him, he could do what he can do on the field.
Facts.
And he lost that, and you would never know. Like Lincoln
No, for
Riley
real.
just came right back and said, "Hey, I'm going to develop this next guy to be him."
Mhm.
And that's what you talked about with this Miller kid. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited that they're joined. I think it's good for the Big Ten to have them with
Right.
us.
It's huge. It's huge.
Right. And obviously we play them down the road. So, we'll keep an eye on that as things continue to progress. But I want to switch gears a little bit. Obviously being a former NFL guy, I love Sunday football.
Woo!
So Thursday night, we got a Kansas City hosting Baltimore Ravens. This is a rematch of last year's AFC championship.
Mhm.
And a lot of people feel like Lamar let them down. What do you think? What do you see coming for Thursday night?
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about Lamar being this, Lamar being that. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he MVP last year?
Yeah.
So that was a little added component.
Mhm.
I think that adds a fire. And one thing that I think will free him up and allow him to play the way we've seen Lamar in the past play is adding Derrick Henry, the King. And being a former running back, what are your expectations for him? And obviously, the running back market is what it is, right? And a lot of people think that you get a running back just to run them,
Right.
and run them to the ground, right? But what do you think about Derrick Henry with the Ravens?
Man, I couldn't be more excited.
Mm.
The King is he is what he is. I haven't seen anything really like it in my time,
Same.
and he's in today's running back market, the GOATs are McCaffrey, Kamara, Brees Hall, these cats that are catching and running. He's not doing that. He's
That's a great point. Yeah.
He's just running, and he'll still go out for 200 yards like it's nothing. He's 250, 6'3", and runs away from people. You're running away from corners as if like that don't make sense.
I seen him take a outside zone last year, 99 yards.
For what? You got no business doing that. And so, and Tennessee hasn't been they didn't have a great offensive line by any means. It's not like
they never really have.
No, but he gets his. Now you put him with Lamar, who will open him up some more. They'll feed off each other.
And you got Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. Like you got a squad, right? And so I wonder. I think this is my personal opinion. When we're talking about this, I'm seeing it as you have to run it through Derrick Henry,
right?
Because if you try to add him in and just have him be a piece,
right,
it's not going to work. Why? Because he's the guy who opens up everything. Right. You got Mark Andrews, even got a backup tight end, and Isaiah Likely.
Like him a lot.
I really like him out of Coastal Carolina. Really, real dynamic, explosive guy. Really like a receiver playing tight end. But I really think you funnel it through Derrick Henry and you let that open everything up. Because then what it adds, like we talked about, you add a running game without Lamar.
Right.
And what does that do for an offense, but also do to a defense when you got a run game outside of Lamar Jackson?
Right. And talk about longevity. It helps his career if he's not taking as many hits.
This might add 3 years.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because J.K. Dobbins, I love him. I got so much respect for him. Unfortunately, just been injured. Right. And so hasn't really had that opportunity.
Incredible talent.
He hasn't had a great running back. He's been their great running back. And now you add this piece, and I think the sky's the limit. I think, if he had an MVP season last year, I can only imagine what he's going to do this year.
And there's enough to go around.
There's enough to go around. Yeah, man, this was a great first show.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Just, stay tuned because the rest of the week we're going to preview this weekend, talk about both NFL and college games, and just kind of let you guys get an inside look.
Yes, sir. We got our picks coming in for the week. Yeah, we got some great stuff. So make sure 1 to 2 p.m. every day. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Coach Mikey Daniels and myself, Chancellor Brewington. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl space,